I've been so busy this evening, or this afternoon and this evening, and all of the other time, combining this. This is the ultimate guide to my maternity leave. Won't let this moment pass us. Good morning guys, and happy Thursday. This morning we are off on our way out to a Wrigley Readers session at the library. I think it's aimed at kids a little bit older than Nate, probably a fair bit older, but the librarians were really enthusiastic about bringing little babies, and well, if anyone asks, he's 6 weeks old. He's not 6 weeks for another couple of days, but it just sounds a little bit better for reading, I think, than 5 weeks. I don't know. There's loads of good things to be said about reading to babies from them being brand new. And while the session itself is going to be more toddler focused, I expect, I've heard that the earlier you take them, the more confident they get about being there. And once it's normal to them, then once they are older and able to join in, then they're really enthusiastic about it and they get a lot more from it then. So, we're off to give it a go. Hopefully he wakes up for it and he doesn't sleep through the whole thing. Guess he's awake just in time. And crying. Waiting for a lift to go up to the library. Mister! Mister! So we're here in the library and you're a little cranky pants. We finished our Wrigley Readers and this little guy stayed awake for almost the whole thing. He fell asleep during the really loud music bit at the end. I don't know if you can hear me with that siren in the background. Right, okay. So, this little guy stayed awake for almost the whole of Wrigley Readers. He fell asleep right at the end when all the other kids had big loud instruments to banging around and rattling. We didn't get an instrument. But that was okay, because we're too little to hold an instrument, aren't we? We've now got a couple more jobs to do in town, and then we can head home at full lunchtime. Need to post our thank you cards. And remember to buy a Father's Day card. And choose some wrapping paper. Choose some hay fever remedies. Hey mister! You stopping for a coffee? Hello? Hello? We've had to make an impromptu coffee stop because the little guy was too hungry to carry on. Weren't you? Too hungry. I've never actually been into a coffee shop by myself before. And I don't really know if that counts, because technically I wasn't alone. But it felt like I was alone. Anyway, that was a really weird experience. And turned out alright. Biggest issue I had was that he needed feeding. And I didn't want to do that right in the middle of the coffee shop. I wanted somewhere at least that was kind of private. But it's lunchtime and it was packed and there was like 3 tables, 2 of which were right in the middle. 1 was semi-private. I was like, I really need that table, I really need that table. I don't know what I'm gonna do if my drink is ready and then that table's gone and I have to have one of the other tables. I have to like walk out, but I've just paid for a drink. Anyway, turned out fine, I got the table I wanted. And now we can continue with our list of things. We have one thing left. We've got some food, some more food to buy from another shop. Then we can go home. At least now we have a baby with a clean bum and a full tummy. Although he's still wide awake. I'm about to head home for lunch, and as if I'm not hungry enough already, the farmer's market is in town and it smells amazing. Oh, I'm so hungry looking at all this. It smells incredible. There are, I don't know, about 3 different stalls that are all serving up different meats. There's local meats, there's fancy meats, there's kangaroo burgers, and it's lunchtime. I'm starving. Right, we're gonna get home as fast as we can. Then we can have lunch too. I say we, I mean me. And make something for Chris, I think. Christmas has been working hard all morning, and it is about time he had a break, I think. Are you ready to go home and see Daddy, little one? No, fast asleep. To be fair, that is the way I like it, when I am about to embark on the walk home. And I'm home in time to have lunch with my husband. I cannot believe how long ago we got back from being out this morning. It was hours and hours and hours ago. I've been so busy this evening, or this afternoon and this evening, and all of the other time, combining this. This is the ultimate guide to my maternity leave. I've only let myself do it in pencil for now, so we can chop and change stuff kind of like as we get on. But can you believe that that listed on these 3 sides of paper is all of the days that I have left. It's both a really long time and no time at all. Like, I've actually now started planning for what we might do the last week that I'm off before I have to go back to work. That is quite crazy. In terms of my plan, the next month or so is pretty chock-a-block. Got loads of stuff planned. I've got every single weekend day of Chris's like booked and sorted and yeah, allocated, definitely. And then after that I've been a lot more loose, a lot more relaxed about what we might do. I've got a whole bunch of ideas down but nothing actually committed. And then like the month remaining after that is completely open. Again, like 1 or 2 things just penciled in, but only vaguely. And then a list of things we can do and what's going on, and I'm really excited to start implementing it. First day of our new plan is tomorrow. We're going to start out with coffee and breakfast in the morning, and then we're going out for the afternoon. So make sure you come back tomorrow and check out what we're doing. Hopefully the weather stays like it has the last couple of days, and it'll be fantastic.
This time